Hey traders, Nick Shaheen here looking at the beast, Amazon. So this is, in my opinion, the best company on the planet as far as growth, balance between growth and being a gigacap, megacap, whatever you want to call them. It's been a perpetual startup since the beginning. A startup to me is a company that starts new venues for income, and these guys reinvent new venues for income all along, starting with books and then shopping and then AWS and God knows what comes next, and delivery service along the way, a whole bunch of stuff, pill packing and all of that. So anybody that continues to doubt it is either blind or just loves losing money because it doesn't make sense. Fundamentally, I'm going to say something that's going to raise some eyebrows. It's the cheapest of all the mega caps, and that includes Apple. By cheap, I mean not value, because it's different. I can't compare Apple's to Amazon's because they are in different stages of life. Apple is coasting at best. Amazon is 30% growth every year for 10 years. And growth like that doesn't come cheap. On top of it, it's cheaper than Apple on some metrics. So let me explain to you the difference. So we'll first delve into a few minutes on the fundamentals to make the justification. So this is Amazon's income statement. Profit margins up, up and away. Assets up, up and away. Debt rising, but debt to assets falling, which is what you want. Statistically, income statement flat out, revenues from doubled from 2017. And this is the statistic that matters most. This one right there. Price to sales. It's only 4. So basically, somebody buying the shares today has very little hopium built into it. Only 4 years worth of credit. To put comparisons here, if I want to compare it to another fast-growing company like Tesla, Tesla is 6 times more expensive than Amazon on that. It's 24 for Tesla. Apple's is more. It's like 7.5. I'll double check at Apple in a second. From memory, last time I checked, it was like 7.4 or 7.5. So Apple is almost twice as expensive. Then the stock that grows, falls better than Apple. On top of it, the PE now is back into reality. It's no longer 3 digits. It's 74. I know it sounds high in absolute terms, but if Walmart can have a 30 PE, why wouldn't this one have a 74? This is barely more expensive than NVIDIA. So from that perspective, way cheaper than NVIDIA on this line. NVIDIA is 20, so it's 5 times more expensive. AMD is 3 times more expensive. I'm going from memory, but I'm fairly confident of these numbers. This is the report card. Up, up, and away, without burying themselves in debt, financing their own growth. Period. End of story. Growth is incredible. Having said that, what is the stock doing? So if I wanted to really judge it, I need to zoom out because last year was just whack. So going into the failure into 2000, failed. They broke out just before the pandemic. And then the pandemic hit, foiled it, right? The world shut down. Everybody panicked. They sold everything. And then they figure it out. Hey, Amazon is the one to buy because everybody's going to default buy from Amazon. And sure enough, woo, to the moon. So this was a detour. The breakout had already started. So really, the extra I count is from here. So 40% above the breakout that started in 2020, beginning before the pandemic. And now it's stalled. But that's a good thing because it's what they call consolidation. By the way, this is weekly. So each one of these is a week. So it's a lot of time, push, pull, going sideways. It's even okay to fall. They're still setting higher lows. It could fall down to here and still be in the hands of the buyers. Look at it. This is reverting to the mean. It just reverted to the mean. That blue-red is just a regression line. Buyers will show up as it falls into 3,000, as it falls into 2,800. If the market's correct, it could find itself at 2,400 and it wouldn't change a thing. I'd be buying dip like I've done every time it falls. And it falls often, but by mistake, not through a mistake. In other words, they don't create a problem for themselves like Boeing or American Express when they cut off Costco or lost the Costco contract. So they don't have unforced errors, many. They do have a lot of false starts where they start a business and they don't see it going anywhere. They cut it loose. That's not a mistake to sell the stock. It's just one venue that didn't pay out, and that's fine. Like they tried phones, it didn't work, they ditched it. So from that perspective, this could be just rally, consolidation for a second leg higher. So how do I trade this? Personally, I like selling puts and put spreads into fear. So last week would have been a good time on this big candle to sell a put if I wanted to own shares, or sell a put spreads if I wanted to get long, and leave plenty of room for error. That's one way. Or buy a call and a call spread, or doing both. Now, a couple of notes on this one. I have to do it around the earnings. So earnings, I think, is late April. So I don't want to sell into the earnings because the earnings are crazy. I don't have any edge on the earnings because I don't know what people expect. So you can tell me they're going to blow it out of the water. I can tell you they're going to blow it out of the water, but I still don't know how they're going to trade it the next day because expectations are crazy. So I would want to sell the risk before the expiration. So the latest is April, the monthly expiration. And I would want to buy hope, if I'm buying calls or call spreads, out to May to capture the earnings. So that would be the way I would trade Amazon. To short it now is hoping that the market falls. It will fall fast if markets fall, but it would be a buy to dip opportunity. In a rising market, this stock is not going anywhere but up. Right now, it's stuck in a range, and it's a tradable range. I have visibility at 3,000, I'm rounding, and into 3,400, but a couple more lines in here, one of which is at 3,240, rounding, 3,230, and another $100 above it. So each line that looks like a problem, it's also the opportunity that gets it a burst to get it to the next problem above it. All right, so the bulls are in charge. Don't fight the tape. I hate it that everybody buys everything and they expect no red, like last week. Is there a bottom? Are we at the bottom? I was like, bottom of what? We're still 3% away from all-time high. Bottom of what? What bottom are we talking about? We haven't even blinked. We had 2 red days. And then today, we're running on a new vaccine. No, we're not. It's just price action, people. 2 red ticks, 1 green tick, 3 green ticks, 1 red tick. Normal price action. Stop chasing the news and headlines. Nick signing out.